And you have to be obnoxious with it, because let me tell you, like, somebody is real quick to take your time. And just because, you might not be doing something with this time right now doesn't mean it's available for you to ask me to do something and me to do it. This is my time. If I want to sit on the couch with this time, that's what I'm doing. It doesn't mean it's free time. It's my time, So I totally feel you on that. It can be a lot. And I think us women, we don't give ourselves enough credit. I don't know why we feel like we have to hold it all together. Sometimes all you know what you need to do, you just need to let it fall apart. Let somebody else feel that weight.
Yeah, you better. Cause you want this, I want this. Everybody in this, what should have it? Stop illusions, it's in your hands. Show yourself, reveal it to them. Yeah, you better. Take the time to recognize it. You won't leave me even if I tried it. You're the artist, I'm the mess, and happily be found the new in your hands.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Unlimited with Elisabeth Carson. Today I have a very, very special guest, Lorisa Depte, like Johnny Depp.
Hey.
Talk about that. Yes, guys. And you know what? I have followed this woman for some years, and I'm just so excited to be here with you because your content is just fire. Like, it captivated me. When I first saw it, I'm like, wow, what a powerful woman. So yes, so I'm so happy that you're here with me. Let's start by, I've seen that you build like huge brands and companies. Like you've done really well in business. And I always, I love when I see another woman that is really out here in business and killing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about how you got into business and, how you started to thrive within it.
For sure. So, I started off as a registered nurse, so I wasn't really entrepreneur minded to begin with anyway. I'm going to have to say, I know I'm a powerful woman, but my husband has done a lot to kind of shift my mindset around business, entrepreneurship. So when I first met him, he was already doing real estate investing. So naturally, you kind of through osmosis, but obviously it's not just osmosis. You have to put the work in. But that was honestly my first business venture, was just getting a rental property in a city that I didn't grow up in, but that was pretty close to my hometown. And that's kind of how it started. And from there, we've been building a real estate empire. And I feel like I have to the testament of being able to build that business and wealth creation is, for me, my spirituality, manifestation, law of attraction, having the right money mindset. For me, kind of that's where I guess my foundation is. But my husband kind of got me into business and entrepreneurship from the start. So
that's amazing. Yeah. Power couple. Amazing. So let's dive into the fact you said manifestation and mindset and everything. Were you always like that, or was there some sort of awakening that you had?
I was not. Honestly, just growing up, all I wanted to do, I just wanted, I thought I was supposed to do all the right things. Go to college, get married, have a kid, live your life with your house and your white picket fence. And then that's just all that there is. And in college, after I got out of school, I kind of just felt like I was spinning my wheels. I was working overtime. I could hardly pay my student loans. I could hardly pay my rent. And I'm just this is what y'all told me to do, and I'm barely surviving out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? So it's what's going on here? So I had moved back home for a little bit after I had kind of been out in the world working, and my mom was like, have you ever heard of Esther Hicks or Abraham Hicks, Law of Attraction? She doesn't even really follow Law of Attraction, so I don't even know how she stumbled upon it and brought it to my attention, but that was really my first introduction around 25. I'm 38 now, but around 25. And that was kind of where my mind started to shift around just what was really possible, how to make things happen in your life. And from there, it's kind of grown ever since. So no, it wasn't something that I grew up on. It just kind of, I don't want to say fell in my lap, because I don't know if anything really falls in your lap, but it was just introduced to me by way of my mother. So
nice. That's amazing. So how do you stay grounded through all of this, like while expansion and how do you really stay grounded?
I don't know. Let me ask you that question. That's a hard one. I don't know because life continues to happen, right? Life continues to happen whether you want to be in this like, because sometimes manifestation, law of attraction can seem very like unicorns and rainbows and rah rah and cha cha and like you're in this bubble of just like well being when that's not really the reality of life. So the reality of life, you have to hold kind of the greatness and the pitfalls in the same breath at the same time. So
Yeah.
um staying grounded in all of it, I would just have to say it's just my relationship with God at the end of the day and taking time to carve out space for that relationship, whether that is meditation, whether that's a 5 or 10 minute prayer in the morning. Me and my husband lately have been praying at night. We said we're going to do that together for the next 90 days. And that kind of brings you back after the day has just pulled you in so many places.
Right.
That could be like sharing a story of my childhood with my daughter, just kind of where I came from to where we are now. She doesn't understand what I'm saying, but it's just kind of just putting that energy into the space and into the air. So I think those are the ways I stay grounded. I know you had mentioned you just came from the gym before this, so the gym also helps too.
Yes.
So yeah, those I think are all my ways of really staying grounded amongst the peace and chaos at the
Yes.
same time.
You know what? You know what I really think? I really think that, life is so crazy because
So
so
crazy.
many women, especially, we get pulled in so many different directions, especially when we're in business and we have kids and we have the family. And it's like, we put the world on our shoulders through this story of, oh, everything's going to fall apart if I don't show up. And so I got to do this. And a lot of women do not give themselves the time and space to rest and to meditate and to pray. And I
Yes.
always say you have to take that space in order to be able to create what you're creating.
Absolutely. And you have to be obnoxious with it because let me tell you, like somebody is real quick to take your time. And just because, you might not be doing something with this time right now doesn't mean it's available for you to ask me to do something and me to do it.
Yes.
This is my time. If I want to sit on the couch with this time, that's what I'm
Yes.
doing. It doesn't mean it's free time. It's my time. So I totally feel you on that. I totally feel you on that. It can be a lot. And I think us women, we don't like give ourselves enough credit. I don't know why we feel like we have to hold it all together or to
It's
fall
a
apart.
story.
Yeah.
It's a story we tell
It's a
ourselves.
story. Yeah, it is the story we
Mhm.
tell ourselves. And sometimes all you know what you need to do, you just need to let it fall apart. Because
Exactly.
let somebody else feel that weight. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because
Yes. Think about the conditioning though. Think about the conditioning. So you're
yeah.
raising a daughter. So think about how we were conditioned as kids. Okay, we get the baby dolls and then we change the diapers and we feed the baby. So at a very young age, we're conditioned that what we do, we're supposed to serve and nurture and take care of. So it's programmed into us not only from
Yeah.
childhood, but for hundreds of freaking years. So now, I
Mhm.
mean, this is all in our DNA, it's in our bodies, and this is our belief system. And
Facts.
so, that's why I feel like, you know, women, autoimmune disease, 80% of autoimmune diseases women hold because we
Mhm.
take the world and we put it on our shoulders and we tell ourselves these stories that we have to take care of everything if everything, is going to fall apart if we don't. And then we hold it all in, we have resentment, and then it's like we create all of this dis-ease within our systems. So, I really feel like the key to success is exactly what you said. You have to
Yeah.
take time for you. You have to.
Right. And you know what? I didn't even know that 80% of all
80%.
immune disorders are in
Yes.
women. Oh my
Yes.
gosh,
Yes.
that is wild.
Girl,
That's
I'm telling
wild.
you.
That's wild. And it's like, and this isn't about men or women, or I don't want to like be like a men bashing thing, but I don't know why it is with guys. They're kind of just like they kind of just like I don't know, just let stuff kind of just roll, just let it roll off.
Yeah.
Because I know
Yeah.
there'll be some stuff that I'll be stressing about, and my husband will be like, yeah,
Well,
it is
you know
what
what?
it is.
Our physical bodies are different. Our brains
Yeah,
different. Our corpus callosum is 25% bigger than a man. So we're always going back and forth. That's why we're able to multitask and do all these different things that,
Yeah.
all at the same time. And it
Yeah.
matters more to us because we internalize everything.
Yes.
We internalize things and we're
Yes.
emotional creatures. So
Right.
like if we feel like we're failing, then it's
Right.
like,
Right. The
we internalize
emotional thing is like big because like even though you might not physically be doing anything, that emotional attachment, that going back and forth in your head, like that
that.
takes a lot of energy,
Imagine.
and that's like I think the invisible work that we don't like account for sometimes that
Yeah.
also drains us. So yeah, that's a great point.
Yes, yes. I
Yeah.
mean, think about it too. I mean, our bodies are programmed to hear the baby cry. So our
Yeah.
sleep is way less deep than a man's sleep. It's like
Yeah.
we're just completely different creatures. And I feel like in order for this world to really, blend well, we really have to learn to
Mhm.
work with each other so much better, which is why I love
Yeah.
how you and your husband have built this empire and you're raising your conscious daughter, you know what I'm saying? Because you
Yeah.
have code of partnership, because I feel like what a man lacks, a woman has, and what a woman lacks, a man has. So when you're able to
Right.
work together, it's perfect and you can build.
Yeah.
So many people are in toxicity mode. So
Oh, for sure, for sure. And that's it doesn't always look perfect. Most of the times it doesn't. Most of the
mm-mm.
times it might look like why did you do this? You know what I'm saying? Not like that, not like that. But like why did you do that? Like I don't understand why you did that, but okay, it doesn't mean like what you did was wrong. It was different than the way that I was thinking of how to do it. Both ways are
Right.
great. But just allowing, him to do his thing, me to do my thing, and then collectively doing our thing together. So yeah, really
Exactly, exactly. Having space
resonate.
apart. So you guys make sure you have that apart space time so you can know you. I feel like, okay, let me ask you this. I feel like a lot of women, we lose
Mhm,
ourselves inside of these
mhm,
relationships because we don't even know
mhm.
who we are when we enter
Right.
them.
Yeah.
So we don't really have as many boundaries about ourselves. So
Yeah.
you make
Agreed.
that work with you and your man, like because you know you. I mean, right? Like
Yeah. How do I make that work? Sometimes it's kind of uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable making that work because it's so easy. It's just so easy just to be absorbed and be, you know, underneath them, kind of just follow their lead. And you
yes,
do want to follow in a
yeah,
sense, but still have your own space. What I think because I just knew who I was before,
yes.
that it made it easier for me to continue knowing who I was during. I do know there was like a distinct time where, like I said before, he kind of like started in the real estate and I kind of like went into it after. And there was a
Mhm.
point where I was still working and like the business was just kind of getting to a point where he couldn't handle it on his own because it was just getting so busy.
Mhm.
So it was like, oh, do I really want to leave my job and then kind of because be like up under like his situation because
Uh-huh.
am I going to still be me? Am I going to be
Mhm.
known as his wife? Am I still going to be Larissa? Like how do I maintain my identity and all that? But I kind of had to just shift my perception around it and just like, well, this is the greater good for the both of us. And even though we're doing these business together, I can still do stuff on my own, just like the manifestation, the law of attraction,
Mhm.
and the money mindset stuff that I was doing. And it's just kind of just making that a priority for yourself. And again, it's not necessarily easy to do that, but if that is a priority, you have to really allot time to do so. So
Right, right.
it's really important for sure.
Yeah. Well, you
Yeah.
said the key is that you knew who you were before you entered into your partnership.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
people don't. Well, a lot of people don't even
Yeah.
know who we are in general, actually,
Right. Right.
because
Right.
we're so lost from trauma, stress, and how do you peel back those layers?
How do I peel back those layers? I mean, I definitely didn't start to do it by myself. I've done a lot of like coaching, whether it's been business coaching or personal coaching. I've done therapy, like EMDR, hypnotherapy, tapping, and just regular therapy. because
Right.
it's kind of hard. And now, I mean, I'm gonna sound crazy for this. And now, like ChatGPT literally helps me sift through my thoughts at this moment in time. It's crazy, but it's just like really like it's hard to see your own stuff. Like it's so easy to look at somebody else's life and be like, oh, I know exactly what's causing them to be in this loop. But when it comes to you, it's like, oh, that's not me. And you'll fight. Somebody tells you directly to your face,
No.
this is what you got going on. This is what you need to see about yourself. And you're like, nah, that's not me. But I mean, you have to be willing to understand that we all have a lot of stuff that has been placed on us just from childhood and growing up. And whether it's like extreme trauma or just, you know, some childhood trauma, it's all trauma. Some trauma is really extreme trauma. Other trauma is trauma kind of just that just holds us back in life from the things that we've, you know, adopted over the years. And at a certain point, you have to come to realize, like, all right, well, is the way that I'm dealing and moving through life the choice that I made, or is it did I adopt this from somewhere?
Yes.
And if I adopted this from somewhere, is this something that I still want to keep? You
Mhm.
know, so
Mhm.
it's just kind of being like really real with yourself, like be real with yourself. Like there's no point to lie. You know what I'm saying? It's only gonna hold you back
Yeah.
longer than you need to be held back. But those are kind of the ways that I'm able to do that. Also, just sitting in silence. I'm pretty introverted, so I might not say a lot, but there's a lot going on in my head. So
Yes.
just kind of like sitting there with my thoughts also helps me like pull back things. Because too, when I get into certain situations and maybe I had a disagreement with somebody, I want to look at where I was wrong too. I don't want to just say, okay, this person did this person did that, right? Like, what was my part that I played in that and own that and try to change it. So yeah.
Yes. No, that's the most important. And that's what so
Yep.
many people are misunderstanding. We live in a
Mhm.
world right now of victim mentality. And it is because we are not looking in
Yeah.
the mirror. We have to look in the mirror.
Yeah.
It's this is only a reflection of what is going on inside of us, anyways. So it's literally we're
Absolutely.
manifesting exactly what is internally our beliefs, our perceptions, our thoughts, and blah, blah, blah. So if we don't
Exactly.
learn to look at ourselves and see where we have caused all of the shit in our life, because it's us at the end of the day, all us actually. Energetically, a thought, belief, something. And I'm not saying that bad treatment is our fault, but it's our responsibility to
Right.
move through those things and gain back
Absolutely.
our power, from
Yeah,
looking here.
for sure. For
It's
sure.
the
It's like
only way
at
you,
what point oh yeah, go ahead.
no, it's the only way you grow. It's the only way you grow.
Right, exactly. It's like at what point are you going to take responsibility for what's occurring in your life? Like you said, whether, you know, some things may have been your fault or not, it's your responsibility to shift it. So are you going to sit in it and just say, oh my gosh, this wasn't my fault, this person did this? Or are you going to say, all right, what can I do about this? You know, and like you said, we're all creating all the time. So even though we might not feel like we played a role in some things, we've played a role in it,
Mhm.
whether we want to believe that or not. So yeah,
Always. It's always a
yeah,
choice. It's always
always a
a
choice.
So
Yeah,
what are your manifestation techniques? Give me some.
yeah, for sure. Um, so some of the surface level ones are kind of like before when I wanted to like do a lot of traveling and I wasn't like really traveling that much at the time. I would just sit and write in my journal as if I was already traveling. Like, oh my gosh, I went to this place today. Let's say I'm in Dubai today and I got on the hot air balloon. It was so cool. I went back to the hotel and me and Doug talked about it and we did this and we did that. So a lot of the stuff I do would be kind of just like future pacing. Previously, I had a cancerous tumor growing in my left knee, and this is going somewhere. But during that time, I was so freaked out of like what was going to happen. Because I was relatively young at the time, but I would not just write down, but I would like visualize myself walking on a beach in old age with gray hair with my grandkids
Mhm.
because I knew if I could picture that, that means I got to that place physically and I moved past the current situation that I was in. Also, too, just a big part of manifestation, what people don't realize is kind of like what we just talked about. Yeah, we want to focus on the things that we want, but we also need to hold up a mirror and look at
Yeah.
where in our life are we holding ourselves back from creating what we're trying to create. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Wow. What happened with the tumor? Like, what happened with
Oh,
that?
I had surgery and it was removed. So I didn't
Oh,
get chemo or anything.
uh-huh.
I just got
Mhm.
it removed, and it's been how long has it been? It's probably been about maybe 11 years. I have 11 years since then. So
Uh-huh,
yeah,
uh-huh. Well, I love
thankfully.
that you said like future pacing. So like
Yeah,
what I tell people all the time. It's like if you want something, you have to embody that energy right now, like it's happening right now, because the only moment that's real is right this second. There is no tomorrow.
right. No
So you have to
tomorrow.
embody that energy like at the moment to be able to tell
Absolutely.
it. Yes.
And also too, like your subconscious mind, and that's really kind of what we're trying to imprint against because our subconscious mind is going to lead us to situations, circumstances that really are in our lives already. It's just that we might not be awake to what is happening right in front of our eyes. But when we can imprint on our subconscious mind has no idea, a concept of time. So
Yeah.
if we're telling it something's happening right now, that's what it believes. It believes it's happening right now. So it's going to like pick up things in your environment that have been there all the time, but now you're aware, you're hip to it, and it's
Yeah.
going to bring you into alignment with what you've been trying to create this whole time. The crazy thing is all the stuff is already here. Like it's already here in our life. It's just we have to be aware and awake to
To
it, you know?
Right. We
Yeah.
have to vibe at that frequency to be able to attract it into our lives. And that means we have to
Absolutely.
be aware of it there.
Right. It's
Yes,
absolutely. Emotionally,
yes,
spiritually, energetically, all of that. Yes,
all of
for
that,
sure.
all of that. It all mixes. All of it mixes. I feel like some people
Absolutely.
miss that, you know? It's like
Yeah.
mind, body, soul. You have to be healthy in all three to be able to walk your divine path and really manifest what you want. Although I tell people you shouldn't want anything, because if you want something, that means you don't have it.
Right. Right. Yeah. The language is important too, for sure.
Yes, yes.
But yeah.
What's the craziest thing that you've manifested that you were like just blew your minds?
Craziest thing that I manifested that just blew my mind. Oh my gosh, I don't know. I feel like I mean, I'm very blessed to live the life that I live. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess, yeah, I have no idea. Maybe, like I said, the traveling. I mean, I love to travel. And at one point, we were just like traveling 3 times a month, just not getting a return ticket from anywhere. We're just buying one-way tickets and just staying there
Mhm.
indefinitely. So I guess that's really one of the craziest things because I actually literally I didn't write that down specifically that I would be going to places taking a one-way ticket, but I wrote down like almost like for 6 months straight that I'm like this world traveler that just travels the world, and then it ended up happening. I would say that was probably one of the craziest things because it was just so clear and it was so obvious. It was just like an obvious thing that really presented itself. Oh, we'll just keep that on the ground. uh, my earbud. I think we're good. Yeah, I can still hear you. Yeah, I think that would probably be one of the craziest things. And then also too, I mean, I don't want to get into possessions because possessions aren't important. It's really how you experience your life and the people in it.
Mhm.
But like my dream car was to get a G wagon, and I remember when I was well, my first dream car was a Range Rover. That was my real dream car. And then my G wagon was like the dream car. So I would get that after the Range Rover. And I remember telling my husband, I was like, "Yeah, I want to get a G wagon," and he got angry. Angry about it because my husband's very frugal. He don't like to spend no money on nothing.
Uh-huh.
So just telling him that he's probably like calculating like the dollar signs, thinking like, I know she's crazy. She ain't, whatever. But then like I don't know what happened. I literally don't know what happened. He went go to dealerships to look for some. And I wasn't there. And he was like, well, I saw this one. I know you said you wanted white, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, wait, what? Like, I know I didn't change your mind with that. So thank you, universe.
That's crazy. I have the same story. Look, I always wanted a Bentley ever since I
Uh-huh.
was a teenager. And I
Yeah.
always would picture myself with the steering wheel and like driving
Uh-huh.
it, the emblem and smelling the leather and having my
Yeah.
work clothes on and stepping out the car like a businesswoman. Girl, I got me a Bentley. And I was like,
Go
yeah,
ahead,
I
girl.
knew it. I
Yeah,
knew it.
right?
But no,
Like, this is all me the whole time. This is all me the whole time. Thank
yes,
you.
yes. But you said something so important, and it's really not about the things. It's how you experience life and the people in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is so important. It's not about the things don't even really truly exist. And honestly,
Right.
you can have as many things as you want, right? But
Right.
still be unhappy within. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
So,
For sure. For sure. And like, you know, I try to be grateful for the little things. I am grateful for the little things. And
yeah.
even just like the little simple things as like where we live. So we were living in Philly for about like 10 years or so, and we moved to Delaware. And just as simple as like living here is so different from Philly. And I'm always like, yo, I love living here because the people here are so nice. Philly, I don't know if you've ever been to Philly, but people are mean. And it's like you don't notice it after a while because it's just how it is. But like coming here, people are like, when they hold the door for you, they like look at you and talk to you. I'm just like, oh, I left the ice cream shop and this lady held the door for me. And I don't know, it was just so nice. I know it's like crazy, but it's like I'm just so grateful for like even things like that. It's just all of that is a part of creating a great atmosphere, great energy for yourself, and just also great way to manifest because the energy is important where you live or how you feel and where you live in your space is important, I should say.
Yeah,
So
well,
yeah,
gratitude. It's
yeah,
gratitude.
yeah,
Gratitude, being in the frequency of gratitude just tells the
mhm,
universe, like it just gave me chills. Like I deserve everything. Everything I
yeah,
want is here. It is here because it's freaking, it's so powerful. And
hmm,
tell people like you have to be grateful for every little thing in your
every
life.
little thing,
Celebrate every little thing in your
every
life.
little thing,
It
every
rewires
little
your
thing.
brain and then it makes you pay
Yeah,
attention more to the things that you're grateful
right.
for
Yes,
instead of being stuck in this negative spiral of not paying attention to what is beautiful. There were so many years
right.
I didn't pay
Yeah,
attention to anything but work. And
yeah.
past couple months it's like I take my walks and now I'm noticing tiny little centimeter freaking flowers on the ground, like, oh, beautiful little weeds and shit. But you know what? It's because I pay attention, like I
Yeah.
suck the feeling of the beauty into my body,
Yes.
vibrate it out. It's
Yes. That's a
magic.
great way to describe it. You're, like, literally sucking the energy into your own being.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and using it to create the life that you want. It's
Mm,
awesome. And, like, I can also totally resonate I mean, I'm sure a lot of women can resonate with what you're saying, like, all you focused on was work. Like, life
mhm.
gets thick sometimes. Life gets, like, to be a lot. So sometimes all you can do is just focus on, like, the main thing that's in front of you, right? But it's about what you did, eventually coming back to a place where, okay, let me focus on this gratitude, let me get back center. Because there's no way I mean, I'll speak for myself. There's no way that I can remain in a high, happy, grateful, nobody's bothering me, throwing my energy off, or me throwing my energy off all the time. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
gonna be these moments where it's like, dang, like, and for me, like, oh my gosh, a tenant is upset about this, or something is going on with that, or like somebody didn't do this right. And it's like you said, all you can focus on is like work or what's in front of you. But it's like exactly what you just did, bringing yourself back to a space of, okay, let me slow down, let me notice what's already here,
Yes.
and suck that energy into my soul.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
gonna take that with me.
Well, it's presence, it's presence because people
Yes.
are so caught up in the past and the future that they
Mhm.
can't even appreciate what is in front of them. I was stuck there. I mean, this is all from experience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, this is literally what I've gone through in the past, like,
Mhm.
6 months. I went from like
Yeah.
burnt out, freaking just
Mhm.
can't even, everything is flat in my life. I hate what
Yeah.
I'm doing, no passion anymore.
Mhm.
And I'm just like,
Mhm.
I hate everything. But I was
Yeah.
telling the story that I had to do this because I had the world on my shoulders, and if I don't
Yeah.
do this, then everything's gonna fail.
Right.
It's just a
Yeah.
story. It's a story. And then
Yeah.
I gave myself that space to just breathe. I mean,
Mhm.
God, that breath. It just brings you into the present moment, which I really feel is a different dimension because the presence is
Yeah.
euphoria and ecstasy. Do you feel that way in your
Yeah.
body too, when you get super present?
Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. A lot of times, that can happen for me during not manifestation, I'm sorry, during meditation because I'm just so quiet, so
Mm,
still, so at peace. But yeah,
yeah.
I totally, feel what you're saying. And like while you're describing this, I'm kind of thinking like you literally just changed the channel almost. Like you changed the channel in your life to watch a different screen, but except you created the story on that
Yeah.
screen, which
Yes.
we can change the channel at any time, even though we feel like it's so hard. Isn't it so hard though in the beginning? Like, how do I change this? How do I get out of this? How do I change the channel? But all you did at some point, eventually you got tired of it and you just decided, okay, I'm over this
Yes.
and I'm moving on. But it
Yes.
feels so hard at first,
It does.
like
It
it feels
does.
heavy.
It does. Trust
But
me.
yeah.
Girl, 3 months ago, my whole life blew up. I was like, what do I do now? wait,
Yeah.
wait a minute. Because
Right.
everything I thought that was turned out not to be. But then
Yeah.
I didn't take victim mentality. You know what I'm saying? And I
Mhm.
think a lot of
Mhm.
people just revert to that because that's how we were programmed. That's kind of how the
Right.
system are manipulating us. They manipulate us to be the victim. I mean, then
Right.
think about racism and
Right.
just there's so much victim mentality on the planet right
Mhm.
now that
Right.
people don't really know that they don't even know they're victims. It's just the way that they see. But see,
Yes.
I'm not about to let myself be there.
Uh-huh.
I
Right.
chose to look and pay attention to what I'm grateful for. I chose to
Right.
get out of bed and be happy every day and do
Right.
things that made me feel good. A lot of people just
Yeah.
get stuck. They get stuck and then
Right.
they
Right.
own game.
Exactly. And you know what? You brought up another good point. Like, you just keep bringing up great points. Like, life is going to happen to us regardless of who we are, regardless of what we believe, regardless of like how we live our life. Life is going to happen and life is going to get hectic.
Yeah.
But it's like, are you going to choose to stay in it? Now
Mhm.
you can sit in it for a little bit, and I totally get sitting in it for a little bit because sometimes you just
Yeah.
have to sit in it for a little bit and you just have to
Yeah.
feel it. That's just what it is. But how long are you going to sit in it, right? And are you going to allow that to take you under? No, you're going to keep moving forward because honestly, it's like, do we stay here and we feel sucky and we continue to like live a life that we don't want,
Yeah.
which is scary?
Yeah.
Or do we make a change and move forward and look to what we do want, which is also scary, but
Yeah.
at least I'll feel better eventually? So yeah, I can totally resonate with exactly what you just said.
Yeah,
Exactly
yeah.
what you
I
just
mean,
said.
it's important to process and not just
Yeah.
like act like, be a psycho out here and be like, this situation isn't happening. I'm just over here in my
Right. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
you gotta take it in. But it's like,
Yeah.
everybody has a choice at every moment
Yeah.
of their life. I was
Yeah.
a cigarette smoker. I smoked cigarettes for 16 years. And
Oh,
I was like,
really?
wait a minute, this little piece of thing is controlling me. I was like, I don't want
Yeah.
this thing to control me. Like it controls me. No, no, no.
Right.
You control it. And that's how I quit. Boom. Cold
Oh,
turkey.
wow.
8 years
Really?
ago. Yes, girl. Yes. It's
Dang.
just a
And
choice
never went
though.
back. That's
Never went back.
wild.
Never went back. I actually hate the
Wow.
smell of them now. Like
Oh, do
disgusting.
you?
Yeah. I don't like the smell anymore.
Wow.
I'm like,
That's
ew.
amazing.
Yes.
That's
I mean,
wild.
but it's literally just a choice,
Yeah,
and
for
it
sure.
can feel hard because it's new to your brain. So your brain would rather stay in something toxic because it's familiar rather than
Right.
try something new because it's scared of the unfamiliar and what, is uncertain. So a lot
Right.
of people get stuck at that little that area. And it's like I tell people jump over the fence of fear because on the
Yeah.
other side, oh my God, is greatness.
Yeah. Right. Right. Like
Like,
life is presenting you an opportunity to shift. Are you
yes,
willing to take it? So um
yes,
yeah,
exactly.
totally
Exactly.
resonate.
Exactly.
Totally. Their life, not mine. So let them do what they do. And you also said a really thing that resonated with me too is the time spent. Like
Yes.
maybe you can't spend all your time there. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I've noticed. The more I've spent time is I can do short bursts, but if it's like back to back to back to back to back to back, okay, then you're gonna feel a different type of energy from me. I'm sorry, I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best not to come out and do this to you. I'm really not. It's my fault. It's my fault, of course. It's my fault. I mean, I have control over my own actions. I'm not blaming anybody, but you just need to pull back that time. But even
Yeah,
that hurts because the person, what if
I
they're
know.
really close to you? You know what I
I
mean? And it's
know.
like, I don't want you to be alone, but for the health of the relationship,
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you
Mindset.
just people change,
Yeah.
like people change through life.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I've been through that many, many times. And I've
Mhm.
honestly, I used to be the one that was like, oh, I'll just go and I'll put myself in uncomfortable situations just because I
Yeah.
show up. And but
Right.
that's so toxic, and it
So
prevents you
toxic.
from your life path and your
Mhm.
destiny and your creativity and your divine
Right.
nature, because you are trying to stay somewhere where you're not there anymore.
You're not there. You're
Mm-mm.
not there.
You're just
So you
not
can't
there.
be there. Yeah. So you
Mhm.
can't be there.
No.
Yeah.
Got to
Yeah.
protect yourself at all
Right.
costs. At all costs, because if you're letting toxicity bleed into you in your life,
Mhm.
now it's affecting you and then everybody that you are attached to, because now your energy is not protected and you are bleeding into other people, your stress, your drama, your trauma, because you're stressed from this one thing that you could just prevent from happening.
That you could just prevent from happening.
Yeah.
Now all these other people gotta suffer because you can't hold a boundary. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, girl, I've been there, done that. Been there, freaking done that. So, I
Yeah.
just people are who they are. And it took me so long to
Mhm.
get here, because usually, like back when I first woke up, I was like, oh, everybody has to do this and everybody got to
Yeah.
do this. But honestly, it's like, yo, that's irritating to your friends. It's like, shut up. Like,
Yes,
all
yes,
I got to change too. It's like,
for
come
sure. Like, and
on.
who are you? Who are you to tell
Right,
me what to
right.
do and how to live my life? Yeah.
Right. So I really try to detach,
Yeah.
love and just love, but detach, because everybody has their own journey and they picked it before they
Everybody has
got
a
here. And I'm not God. I'm not here to lead you to do what I want you to
absolutely.
do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
They picked it before they got here. Yes.
yes, yes. And who
Yes.
knows, that could be the most beautiful gift in your life, learning how to create that boundary, right? And
Yeah.
then even with them, maybe you lead by example. You never know how you're affecting their life by
Right.
protecting yourself.
That's
Because
true.
people don't put themselves first anymore. It's like they put everybody else first, and then they start pouring from empty cups, and then they start getting sick and
Right.
resentful, and now their energy sucks. And it just dulls the creative expression that all of us are blessed with on the planet. Like, so many people are
Right.
just dulled.
And then you ain't no good to nobody at the end of
Exactly.
after that. So yeah, I'm
Exactly.
definitely a firm believer in putting yourself first for sure. For sure. Yeah.
Well, that's how we
Yeah,
stay
definitely.
healthy. That's
Yeah,
how
definitely.
women stay healthy. That's how, because I mean, autoimmune disease is 80%. That's because
Mhm.
women are pouring and pouring and pouring from these empty ass cups. It's like you're
Right.
only creating stress within yourself, and you're creating all this resentment that you're probably not expressing because you don't want to burden anybody with your
Mm.
problems, right? So many of us
Mhm.
are in these situations, and then we just get sick.
Right.
And then guess what?
Yeah.
And then what? The world, we think that it's going to fall apart if we drop the ball in something, but then we get sick and then we can't do anything. I think that people step up usually, don't they?
The world keeps on going.
Exactly.
The world keeps on going. So matter of fact, I should have stepped back a long time ago. Before we got to this point where I'm sick. Yes.
Yes, yes. But that's what I'm trying to really just shout from the freaking rooftops. It's like,
Yeah.
protect your energy, because the world does keep going. If you
Right.
drop the ball in something, the world will keep going if you take 5 minutes for yourself a day.
Yeah.
It's really not
Yes.
even that much you got to give to yourself. It really isn't. But
No.
so many
No.
people don't give
No.
anything. They don't give anything to
Yes.
themselves.
You just gotta give a little bit each and every day. Be consistent with it. But yes, your
Yes,
energy, protect your energy at all costs. It's the energy
exactly.
you use to create your life, literally. So
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, exactly. And then by you raising your vibration, and protecting yourself, you're helping to raise the collective energy, the collective consciousness. No amount of stress will ever help anybody. This is why I'm like, people that watch the news all day, people that are paying attention to all the bad things and blah, 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 blah. It's so hard. Blah, 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 blah. It's it. But like, you're paying attention to all that. So your
Right.
vibe is like very victimy and in that space of negativity,
Right.
that no amount of that stress is ever going to help anybody.
Right.
Anybody.
Yeah. So you're just continuing to spiral
Yeah.
and not
Make
being able to help
yourself
anyone.
sick.
So it's like, what do you want to tap into? Like, what are you tapping into each and every day? And then, and then, like you said, like they're tapping into that and then using that anxiety, that fear, that victim mentality. And then
Yes.
that's what they're
Run
creating
them.
with their life.
Run them. It
Over and
runs
over.
them.
Yeah.
It runs them. Change the channel, just like you said.
Yeah.
Change the
channel.
channel.
Turn off the news and change the
Yes.
channel. Yeah.
Yes. That's all you really have to do. Look, I was forced to change the channel 3 months ago, girl, and I am the happiest.
Are you?
Happiest I have ever been in my life.
Really?
In my life. Oh,
Do you
girl,
feel free?
yes. I feel freaking like top of the world. But you know what? Once you eliminate what was making you tell yourself those stories of all that toxicity, once you kind of eliminate that and then you step into your full power of presence and just you step into you, and you start giving back to you, the world opens up. Like,
what do you think shifted for you?
Oh my God. Well, I mean, God was like, here's your life. Wait, no,
Take
that's
it all
not your
away.
life anymore. That's not your life. That is not your life anymore.
Yeah.
So, girl, no, family, friends, employees, career, car, house, money, business, boom, gone.
Oh wow. Yeah. Like a rug pull.
Yeah, no, but that was dark night of the soul, girl. I've been going through it, but honestly, I didn't choose to stay there. Like, I didn't choose to stay in that, oh, woe is me. I'm mad at people. Oh, I'm so mad. I'm so angry. I was for sure angry, but I mean, I didn't stay there, I didn't stay
You didn't let it eat you up.
No, I created everything. I did that. I made those decisions. I walked that walk. That was all me. I chose.
Right.
So now I'm going to choose different.
Yeah.
And because I chose different, I changed the channel. I started paying attention to what makes me happy. I started giving myself a moment. I didn't give myself moments back then. There was no moments I gave myself.
It was all for everybody else. All the moments were for everyone else.
Yes, pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring, and then getting resentment. Oh, they're not grateful. Oh, it's all these stupid stories.
Yeah.
So I created that,
Right.
So now I choose to create something completely different. And because I choose to create something completely different, and I'm paying attention to the things that make me happy, and I'm celebrating each and every little moment of success. And literally magic happens in my life daily now.
Yeah.
I expect it. And instead of being in man energy and like hustle, I'm going to get, it's like I'm allowing because I know that everything that is for me will come to me. My path is laid out,
Yeah. Already laid out.
Yes.
You just have to walk it.
Yes. You have to get into the frequency of your divinity. Because then all the creation, then the golden path is laid out for you. Then the signs will come and all the people will come that are meant to, because you're in that frequency of your divinity instead of pushing for something, hustling for something that's not even of you, because when you're not present, you're just literally reacting to stimulus that doesn't even exist. You're like a zombie when you're not present and within yourself, you're doing for everyone else. You're living other people's lives.
You're living other people's lives.
Yes. So many people, why do you think women
and not your own?
80% of women have autoimmune. It's 80% women.
Yeah, you're taking on other people's stuff. Yes.
It's not in alignment. And when you're not congruent with mind, body, soul, then you're making yourself sick. Because your body's knowing, your body is intelligent. Your body knows all.
Right. It knows before you know logically. Yes.
And then when
you're going to get this message one way or the other, and you're going to feel it physically, you're going to feel it mentally, you're going to feel it emotionally, or you're going to feel it spiritually, or what's what? You're going to feel all of them at the same time.
Girl.
If you weren't listening to begin with.
Yes. So, all you're doing is creating inflammation in your body because you're not in alignment with what your body really feels, because you're living other people's lives. You're just responding. You're responding, but you're not responding to yourself.
You're not responding to yourself.
No.
You're not responding to yourself.
So many people stuck because we tell ourselves these stories. If I don't do this, and everything's going to fall apart.
Just let it fall. Let it fall, baby girl. Let it fall.
Oh, seriously.
Yeah.
Girl, this time went by really fast.
Yeah, I know, right?
This has been such a good conversation. We gotta hang out sometime. We're on the same
Yeah.
vibe, girl.
Yeah, for sure. Where are you based?
Florida. I'm in Florida.
Okay.
And you're in Delaware?
I know. Delaware is just so like
That's like
what
random.
is Delaware? But yes, I'm in Delaware. What part of Florida are you in? Are you in like
I'm in
Orlando,
South
maybe?
Florida. South Florida.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'm
Okay.
right by Fort Lauderdale.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, for
Yes.
sure. Definitely. That's just a flight away.
Yeah, no, come see the sun, girl. Come see the
Yeah,
sun.
I mean, hey, I'm not a stranger to a flight now. I ain't no stranger to a flight.
Awesome. Well, Lorisa, where can people find you and what do you have going on?
Yeah, you can always find me on Instagram. I am at Lorisa Lee. What do I have going on? Honestly, right now, I've been kind of quiet these days, just kind of really just focusing in on my life and creating it to how I want to be. I feel like I've definitely put a lot of energy out there, teaching other people how to create theirs, and I've created a beautiful life, but I'm using that energy to like really focus in on create like the next stage of what we have going on in our family. So you can find me on Instagram. That's where I'll be. You can also find me on my podcast called Wealth Babe.
Awesome. Well, I love this conversation. You're just like a spark of light, Lorisa.
Oh!
It's been such a pleasure.
Thank you. Right back at you. I had a great time. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And guys, this was another episode of Unlimited with Elisabeth Carson. Peace.
This podcast is for informational and entertainment purposes only. The views expressed are those of the hosts and guests and don't necessarily reflect those of the producers or affiliates. We do not guarantee the accuracy of the content. Please verify information and seek professional advice when needed. By listening, you agree not to hold us liable for any actions taken based on this content. Thank you for joining us on this journey. We hope you enjoy the episodes ahead.
Thank you so much for being here with me today. If you enjoyed this episode, I invite you to stay on this journey with me. There is so much more ahead. Courses, mentoring, healing circles, retreats, safe spaces to heal and grow. Make sure you subscribe, follow, and stay connected. We are not alone. In this journey, we're on it together.